Update 6.3 has dropped in Marvel Strike For4ce. A lot of positives and negatives. We're discussing them all in this video. Is the new tech raid team worth it? And will the Summer of Thunder milestones be completed? We're talking about all of that and more in this extra size edition of your Marvel Strike For4ce Weekly News Update. This week, I'm joined by my brother, Mr. Hartgrave. And if you are ready for it, Mr. Hartgrave, tell him what to do, my brother.
Let's go smash it!
ValleyFlyin.
Why, hello there, Valley Maniacs. I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, welcome back. This is the weekly news update that we do every single week. It is a longer video, and there are timestamps down below. And if you're listening to this on the podcast version of this, give it a 5-star review on whatever platform you're listening to it. And yes, we are joined by my brother, Mr. Hartgrave, all discussing these updates for 6.3. But before we get into all that stuff and everything going on, how just overall, how are you enjoying this update so far? I don't know if you've tested everything so far, but how are you enjoying this update?
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of waiting for the Hulk team to hit. Sadly, I'm having to skip the Bionic Avenger team because of the Horseman requirements.
Okay.
So I wish the Bionic Avenger team would have came months ago when we were first started to struggle with needing a tech team.
But then we wouldn't have built up Lady Deathstrike and Starlet T'Challa and all them.
Exactly.
That's what it's for.
Exactly.
All right, but yeah, I got mixed thoughts on this update. I guess we'll talk about all this stuff. But have you noticed any game-breaking bugs? We already have some known issues that came out as this dropped. Sound effects from Morgan Le Fay, some other stuff with Morgan Le Fay. Invisible costume for Valkyrie. It is not even available yet. It's gonna be invisible, and some pistol effects. Have you noticed any issues in the game so far?
Yeah, a lot of, I've had the game crash multiple times, and I've had my alliance mates tell me it's crashing left and right. So this is like a very unstable update. Let us know down in the comments. Is it crashing for you? And then one thing that's been bothering me for a while is when you do Wakanda versus Wakanda, and at least on BlueStacks, it just slows down to a crawl. I guess all the buffs. It has a problem rendering green dots, apparently. I don't know what the problem is.
Well, there's some bugs that were there, some phantom buffs on the enemy team. I am not sure if they're still there. Are you experiencing some phantom buffs and debuffs on the enemy team? I know I reported a few things before this update drops, but do you think that was fixed?
No, I don't believe so, because I was just doing the Scourge last night, and T'Challa has that evade that never goes away. It's still, it's not there, but it looks like it's there.
Yeah.
But I knew what it was because I played so much of that level. I'm like, oh, it's still there. He's still.
The interesting thing is I've been reporting this for a while in the Envoy chat. I know you're one of the newest envoys, actually the newest envoy. But I just reported again this week, and they seemed shocked that, it's not working. I'm like, yeah, this is exactly the same as a few months ago. And many other envoys reported even before I did. So I don't know what's happening with the phantom buffs, but as far as game-breaking buffs, I hear that your favorite costume, the President Loki costume, still disabled in combat because of the T-pose. Have you seen the T-poses going on? I've seen some screenshots of other people getting some T-pose. Have you experienced any T-pose in this?
Yeah, actually, I did get the T-pose. I forgot which game mode I loaded up, but I loaded up some characters, and everybody was T-posed for a second. I'd never seen it before, so that was fascinating.
All right, and if you're a newer player and just kind of watching this channel, the T-pose was when all the characters would just go like this and it would just crash the game. You couldn't do anything. I thought that was fixed. I thought Loki, we would get to see his costume, but still no President Loki costume. Some people grinded for that costume, used their bits, their flash bits and everything like that, and just kind of a waste because you cannot use it at all.
That's Marvel Strike For4ce.
It is. Are you surprised that there's bugs in this game?
No, not in the slightest. And you know, all I hope is that it's compensated. You know, all right, send us a bunch of cores or whatever. And
send me a new costume. Give me a costume for free. Give me a costume for free since I can't use that Loki costume. All right, it looks like they also fixed some bugs though. Players must now participate in one Cosmic Crucible trial to be eligible for the rewards. I didn't know this was a bug. I thought that was just you get the rewards. This is fixed though. Have you experienced this bug in Cosmic Crucible?
It was a bug for them that no one was playing it, so.
Oh, okay.
I'll fix that.
Jessica Jones, this is a problem for a while. Skirmisher ISO 8 resection with all this extra focus and extra focus from Skirmisher being resisted. I have not tested this out because I don't think I have Skirmisher on her, but have you tested this to see if this is actually fixed or if this is still broken?
So what was the issue with it?
So if you had Skirmisher on Jessica Jones, rejection, the ultimate, where you're supposed to get all this extra percent of focus, it's getting resisted. Before the update, I'm not sure if it was corrected. They say it was corrected though.
Yeah, they explained that. And what it was is that the integer, it wasn't able to contain number that's produced by that. So it flipped to a negative. She was actually getting negative focus for the attack. That's
because it's too much. It was too complicated for the game to calculate.
Yeah.
The numbers are too big.
But they said they knew what it was and they fixed it, and hopefully it's working.
Well, I'm glad they waited this long to fix it, I gotta say. Some text updates, bonus attack on Gamora. I didn't know that was broken. The text for Okoye was fixed. Download all assets. I noticed this right away as soon as I did this. My game kept updating, but for 6.2 it's not working. It's back finally for 6.3. Any issues? Have you heard about any other issues with this? Because it worked well for me.
Yeah, I've noticed that that comes and goes, but yeah, it seems to be working this time around, so that's good. I like that feature. Yeah.
The tabs are corrected now. The costume is in the right place, and no longer being logged out of the Scopely account after half an hour of activity. I guess that's for the Web Milestones and the web store and all that stuff. So very good for the profitability of Scopely. Any other thoughts on the bug fixes or issues that are, or, I mean, let's put those fixes in quotations, or the issues that are going on?
No, I think that's good. I mean, we're still waiting for the new events to start up to see how those are bugged.
All right, and this is a new update, so obviously, everything hasn't been tested. If you guys are experiencing bugs, let me know that in the comments so we can report them to the devs. But let's move on. Let's move on to the Summer of Thunder milestones. I was able to get this far with not spending any money, not buying any of this stuff, and I was not able to purchase any Line of Lightning orbs for the previous milestone that would have awarded over 2,000. I would be done already with all this stuff. How close are you to these Summer of Thunder milestones?
Same exact spot.
Same exact spot. Now, were you thinking of purchasing those Line of Lightning orbs? Because I was thinking of doing that just to make sure it's completed. Now, I don't have to stress about are they going to do one core offers or not, but it was not purchasable on the last day. I was waiting because there was no confirmation whether we would or would not get those web milestones to get more of those Line of Lightning orbs. We did, but there was no offer to fully complete this. So you would have to hope that they give those web rewards for this and then purchase it in advance, and then but it was not purchasable. Would you have purchased this if it was purchasable on that last day?
I think it worked out to be like $20. So $20 to beat.
I thought it was 2 5s for a 10. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. But
I think the math that I was coming out to, because I was looking at it the day before, and I was like,
we needed two. We needed 2 more, right?
Yeah, I think you needed like 2. And I was kind of calculating it up. I was doing some Scopely math. And
do they know how to do math?
Yeah, I don't think so. I do though.
Some people. Some people there can.
Some of them can, some of them can't.
Yeah.
Guys in charge of doing the milestones can't.
All right, so you're adding it up. I'm sorry. That's one of the comments that I keep interrupting you with these jokes and we go off topic. So you're adding up all the math, doing all the math. I'm sorry.
I was doing the valuation, and it seemed like for $20 to get the rest of what was there, and then to get this, But
it's
the
all
thing
about this. It's all about this, right? Because those lightning orbs and those milestones were not that valuable. It's for this, the fully crafted Teal gear.
I'll tell you what was the deal breaker, though. It was kind of funny because the only character that I need to take to gear tier 16 right now that's Mystic is Scarlet Witch. And then all my other Teal gear is going to go towards Darkhold going to tier 17, which is literally going to take like 6 months. So why bother? You know,
that's a good. I didn't even think of that. That is an excellent point.
Doesn't matter. Like, okay, I could spend $20 to do something I'm already going to do and then sit around and wait literally 6 months. Not worth the money.
Well, you already got a lot of this extra fully crafted Teal gear because of the bug that happened with this when this launched. Now, we're going to get a new one coming up in just a few short days when August rolls around. Do you think that will be bugged as well? Because they said they're going to fix all their QA processes and look at all that stuff. Are the new milestones for Deathlok going to be bugged?
I hope so. I really like it. I enjoy the bugs. I like it when things are wrong. It's nice, and then they compensate us, and it's all good. It's fine with me.
It's so nice, right?
Exciting. It's why I play a game like this. It's honestly why I play a game like this. I started back with the Marvel's Avengers Alliance. You remember that, right? And what hooked me into that is when they drop new characters, they were bugged. Now in that game, they were usually bugged in our favor. And that was really fun. Like Shang-Chi, when he came out and he was bugged in our favor and we were all having a lot of fun.
Sort of, because he's a war defense character at the time. Now he has a lot more use, but okay, anyway. I get it.
That's fun. I like the bugs and getting extra stuff or, I log in right at 8 o'clock because I know that's bug time. That's like bug o'clock. And I love bug o'clock.
Well, you never know. Again, sometimes the bugs are in our favor right at reset. Sometimes they're not. So sometimes it's worth it to be right at server reset. Sometimes you're like, all right, I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna see what's going on. I guess you just gotta pay attention to the blogs. You gotta pay attention to Reddit and log in right at server reset and let everybody else test stuff out. It's like, all right, should I get stuff now or should I do stuff now? Or should I not do anything because everything's bugged? Well, let somebody else test it out at server reset.
And look at those offers real close because sometimes they're selling you like 10,000 million parts for like $2. Those are great deals.
Sometimes there was a pretty good deal for like $5 for 500 power cores and then some orbs that didn't exist at the time that were not openable at the time, but they did eventually become openable. I thought that was a pretty good deal, but they're very few and far between. People
are literally buying that offer like, I wonder what they'll give me.
It could be something, it could be nothing. All right. But yeah, we'll see what happens with the Summer of Thunder milestones. Let me know your predictions in the comments. Is this gonna be completable free to play? We know there's a quick Rumble Blitz coming today. That should be what, you calculate about 1,300 of these Mjolnir fragments. That'll still put us a little short, right?
Yeah, we'll be about 700 short, so we'll need like a couple of one-core offers to push us over. I'm really curious if it's going to happen. And
now we've got to get a streak of these one-core offers.
Yeah, and if it doesn't happen, I mean, we've already been given this milestone once, so I'm not going to be furious if I don't get down to the bottom of second.
I got the dark promo credits. I could get another star in Brogue. I'm happy about that. The Teal completed is good, but I wanted the dark promo credits and I got that. We had a few different ones though. We had a 500 one, we had a 350. We've had a few different ones. They've had a pretty good streak. Do you think this is an apology for missing those milestones? And because some people were able to get it for some bugs, right?
It seems like maybe the 500 was it's normally 350. So when the 500 came in, I was like, is this some kind of, did they decide, hey, we'll just let everybody get that final? I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
Who knows? Because I know some people that were able to exploit the lines of lightning and actually complete that and get the 2,000. So maybe they're letting everybody get it. Who knows?
I hope you're right. I hope everybody's going to get it.
All right.
All right, so we will see. Let me know your predictions on this. Let's talk about the new event that is back. More leaderboards, more milestones for Morgan Le Fay. Have you done your Scourge run yet?
I did.
And are you, how close are you to your 7-star Morgan Le Fay? Or the next star for your Morgan Le Fay?
Oh, I got 7 red.
You got a 7 red already? Oh, Oh, you got a lot of dark promo credits. Where are you getting all these dark promo credits from?
I only open the basic orbs when the dark credits are boosted.
That is a smart way to do. And are you getting lucky with your elites and everything like that?
Yeah, really lucky. I've been doing really well. In fact, last night I was pulling 4 elites and I got a 7 red on Iron Man.
Oh, I tried to do that strategy. I just got screwed when I tried to do that. So I need to keep some of those reds as buffer. And I can't just go for dark promo credits.
Sometimes you just take it on the nose. Like I didn't even pull red stars for Spider-Woman because I knew like, look, I'm never gonna build a force. It's gonna take me years. I'm just gonna let it go. Plus we're getting so many. I'm at the point now where my whole roster is like 5 red. So my silver credits are just gonna be wasted. I figure, okay, I'll just buy this character.
I wish I was at that point. I've gotten such bad pulls. I'm jealous of you, Mr. Hartgrave. Now,
I might just be really lucky. Who knows?
Maybe you are. I wish I could do that strategy. I tried to do it for a while and it wasn't working for me. Now, the other thing about this Morgan Le Fay's Scourge event coming back, we know that later on, after this second run, sometime we're gonna get this saga for that, which will allow you to unlock a few abilities, tie her to the horseman, get her costume. What is your prediction of when this is going to go live? We know it's going to be sometime after the current Scourge event, which ends in 4 or 5 days from now. When do you think we're going to get this? Do you think it's going to be immediately after that or 4 days and 3 hours from now? Do you think it's going to be immediately after this drop? So in 4 days, 3 hours, we're getting the saga, or is it sometime during this update?
Yeah. No, I mean, they might at least wait 2 days because after this ends, they're usually going to take 2 days to pull people off the leaderboards. In fact, I hope they remove me from the leaderboard.
Because you already got the 7 red.
Yeah, I have the 7 red. So, but I'm still on the leaderboard.
Oh, that's 7. You need the 7 gold, though. 7 gold. Excuse me.
I went ahead and bought the 7th red, too.
Oh, you bought it. You bought that. Yep. Oh, you lucky. Yeah, so apparently the people that got the 500 people that got the 7 red, not in the same bracket, but if you purchase this like you still are in the bracket for those leaderboard rewards. So hopefully they go and look at that. You know, good look. I don't know how I guess they could run an algorithm, look account by account, and just change up that. But
yeah,
hopefully that is done before the milestone rewards go out.
Yeah, because I really don't want to take away, stars and shards from other people. The good news is, if you look at the rewards now, so this is the second run of rewards for Morgan Le Fay.
Yes.
And the red stars are still there, which I thought maybe they would take that away. But that's really good. So
are we getting? What did we get when we get promo credits, or do we get the new star thing when we get duplicate red stars? I don't remember. It's promo credits. Silver promos. Or is it elite?
Yeah, I don't know how that would work.
All right. Well, it's free stuff when you get this, when you get those rewards there. All right. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's talk about the new character though. Deathlok. Have you tried this character? And if so, what is your initial impression of Deathlok?
No, I got a full skip on the tech team. I can't do
full skip on the tech team. Okay.
I pulled 7 red on Iron Man last night. I'm so distraught. I'm like, I want to build that, but I really can't.
Now, is that for the gear, or you're just kind of waiting for this horse gamma team coming?
It's for the gear because I only have so much orange gear. Orange gear is still like a huge issue. And I have to build, 4 horseman teams, all to tier 7.
Do you have to build your gamma team right now, though? We're not getting Red Hulk till 6.4. Which is why I'm investing a little more in these Bionic Avengers and kind of holding off on the Gamma team probably till later in the update. You know, we don't even have Abomination, Cho, and Red Hulk. So are you it may be worth it to hold off. Just put the orange gear. I probably wouldn't put any blue level 4 ISO 8 or any teal gear on them, but maybe, because Doom is hard.
Yeah, no, I know my alliance is pushing it too. So I don't know, at one point I'm going to have to just kind of break and do it. But I mean, gear is really tight. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to farm everything I need. My good news for me is that I have my Darkhold done. I have my Unlimited X-Men done. So I just need to do 2 more teams. And then I can do whatever I want with my orange gear. Like, that's the good news, is once you do have your Horseman team built to tier 15, then you can take your orange gear and put it wherever you want. And the first place it's going is the tech team. I am very excited.
Well, the other thing with the Horseman team, we're not gonna, Apocalypse is probably not coming to December at the earliest. If we look at this, 6.4 probably September, and that is when we're getting Red Hulk. 6.5 coming probably around October. That is just more teams. 6.6 is probably when we're gonna get Death, and they said that it's gonna be after the second run of all of these characters, which probably is gonna be past December, but it could be as early as December if they run some of these events really quickly as for the second time. So, are you even needing this Gamma team at this point?
You're trying to sell me off of doing
I'm wondering. I'm asking questions. We don't know a lot right now, but I'm leaning towards these Bionic Avengers. I think I'm gonna need this tech team because Doom 3 is freaking hard. It's way harder than they said, and we're gonna talk about that. I think I need these guys. I'm building up Iron Man and Vision right now.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel it, and it is definitely something. I mean, I might do it in between. I might get my Gamma team and then grab tech and then work on the but it takes so long to accumulate the gear that I'm concerned. And then what if the uniques, like I don't know what uniques the Death team is going to use. What if I use up all my uniques here on what if I use the same uniques of the tech team? Like I don't know. It's just I don't want to get stuck in a spot where I end up without gear.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a solid answer right now because there's so many questions out there. Let me know in the comments what you guys are doing. But as far as the release method for Deathlok, I think he's gonna be a very good character. He is the damage on this team. He's gonna be released in an event. And we have a data mine about the Techno Future event. He's a month-long event. What are your thoughts on this month-long event? This is the 4th month in a row. It looks like it is here to stay. How are you liking these month-long milestones?
I love the month-long events. Well, and here's another reason why, like, maybe I hold off on the tech team. It looks like you went ahead and you invested in them. Cool. I'm free to play though, so I'm gonna have to wait basically a month until I have my Deathlok. I'll just get the Gamma team.
See, this is why I bought him, because I don't want to wait a month for him. I need a solution for Doom 3 right now. I mean, Web Warriors are not even capable of simming Doom 3, and that was not what was.
Well, this is good timing then. I think they've got it figured out, and I'm proud of them for finally figuring out how to release characters and how to sell them, because it makes sense. Like, yes, that's a reason to buy Deathlok right now. You're trying to push high-level raids, and you want this tech team now. You don't want to wait a month. That makes sense to me, as opposed to pretty much everything they've ever done for 4 years.
It's really got me that feeling of FOMO, so I'm trying to plan ahead as much as possible. Maybe I'm guessing wrong, maybe I'm guessing right, but that's what I'm doing. It looks like a lot of sim. Now, what really, relay circuits is going to be what we need. That's going to be like the Mjolnir fragments or the roller skates or things. This looks a little different. So we got 3 of these unique pieces that are going to award a little more of these relay circuits. I'm not sure what this is. AI response matrix from August events. What are you reading into that?
I have no idea.
All right. I don't know either. Let me know in the comments what you guys think.
I hope that it's completable free to play. I hope that they stick with that, because every monthly event, and even it looks like even this month when we got 2 of them, to make up for mistakes, is going to be completable free to play, which I think is a great trend.
Yes. It's all of them so far have been completable free to play, and technically even the Summer of Thunder milestones, because like you said, this is the second run of the Summer of Thunder milestones, because they gave it out for free because of their screw ups. So
with high effort, I mean, you got to be checked in, and the first one had Goblin Queen, and Goblin Queen was nasty. But they haven't done anything as bad to us as Goblin Queen. So that was
We had the Goblin Queen release, and then right after that we had the Agatha. Both of them were heavy blitz events, which is bad. So I'm looking forward to this. I don't mind grinding. Maybe not as much as the Agatha or Madeline Pryor, but I don't mind grinding.
As long as they keep the blitz to a healthy amount, I'm fine with all the other stuff.
And they haven't went crazy since those.
Yeah, it's just like they're making me do stuff that I don't necessarily want to do, but it's like I understand, okay, they want me to do 4 war attacks every war. Yeah. Okay, I don't really want to do that, but hey, I get it. And then it is nice for my alliance because everybody's buying 4 attacks. And I don't have to like, as an alliance leader and captain, I can be like, all right, guys, well, try to win because we're all buying 4 attacks anyway. So let's go.
And it's not like it's every war. It's like 3 wars per 3 wars per month, and I can save up my stuff. I don't mind that one. All right, let's talk about the Doom Raid stuff. We got to 60%. This is the normal difficulty. And this is not what was sold to us. If we look at what was sold to us as far as the Doom Raid 3, generally be harder by 1 difficulty level over Doom 2. So we're in Doom Normal. This should be on par with Doom 1. We're completing Doom 2.3, 60% and then 100% a few times a week. We're struggling with Doom Normal right now. How have you guys performed in Doom 3?
We just 100%ed it.
You guys 100%ed it. I tried to sim a few nodes and lost out a lot of my characters. I'm like, yeah, we're not trying to 100% this. I'm not refreshing these guys.
Why are you simming?
I didn't have time, and my energy was stopping off. Plus, it was the Web Warriors. It was supposed to be easier. This was supposed to be on par with Doom 1, not Doom 2. If it was on Doom 2, I would be playing this. So I don't know. My expectations were not met with this, but how did you like this? Obviously, you played through and didn't sim like I did, make that mistake. How did you like this?
It's interesting, and a lot of it seems like, all right, so the problem is I do feel that this is accurate, however, it is misleading at the same time, if that makes any sense.
Explain.
The characters are weak. You can go in, if you're going in overpowered, right, which we should be doing, their health bars do go down very quickly. However, they are all new characters or nasty combinations.
Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, because I seen the Eternals there. I'm like, oh, we didn't have Eternals before in the raids. Now we got Cersei and Icarus on there. So, all right.
So their stats, they're weak versions of these characters, but they are the new characters, and the teams we have aren't really countering them the right way. So they do require some finesse. And it seems like the thing about Doom 3, and I'll have a bunch of content on this on my channel, so go check that out. But the key to it, I think, is teamwork. And the easiest way to do this, like if you're just going for 60% on it, which I think a lot of people are going to do, is just take all 8 people and throw them on one side. And that way you each have a Web Warriors that you can throw at, each node. You can double up, triple up on each kind of node. Because it seems like a lot of times when you get through the first wave, the second wave drops. And it's like you need all of your ultimate attacks again just to deal with it. And
so
that's when
you really got to plan it out even on the easier difficulties.
Yeah, so because we don't quite have
my mistake. That was my mistake.
We're going to get better teams for this. We're going to get a better mutant team at some point. We're going to get a better
November.
Yeah. Right, it's all coming.
October and then November we're getting death or something like that.
Let's be honest, we're never gonna get a new mutant team. It's gonna be the new tech situation. Until we get the Doom 4, then we'll finally get
I don't know. If the rumors are true, I think that's gonna be the Horseman after Red Hulk. It's gonna be something for a mutant solution.
We're either gonna suffer on mutants or skill. Take your pick. Flip a coin. One of those.
Something. It's not going to be mutants. It's probably going to be skill. Captain Sam's not cutting it anymore. All right, but it's not all bad because the alliances that are in Doom 2 actually got some good things. Unlock requirements for difficulty 1 to 3, 60% completion, and you still get those first-time rewards with that 60%. So that is good. And more rewards, more T3 ability materials at completion thresholds. So that is good, especially for alliances that weren't playing for a long time and don't have those surplus of those T3 materials from all those Ultimates raids that we ran for years. So what are your thoughts on Doom 2, the upgrades, or just making them more friendly for alliances?
That's great. I mean, yeah, that's what I want to see that as a standard. So every time we introduce a new Doom raid category, Doom 4 comes or Dormammu raids or whatever they do, they should take all the old ones and bump up the rewards, lower the requirements to, finish them, just make it easier to kind of catch up.
I really like the T3s, because that was a bottleneck for a lot of newer and mid-game players because they weren't running those Ultimate raids as longer time players. So they were really struggling on this. I like that they're doing this for that. All right, other
no one should be
changes.
struggling on that stuff. Everybody should, get enough purple gear and tier 3s to. That should be almost as easy as I have it on those. Why not?
Yeah, we should. Newer alliances shouldn't have to go back to Ultimus raids to get the ability materials to properly level up your character. So I like that they're doing that. War got an upgrade, or not an upgrade. Got some changes.
For us, I think it's an upgrade.
Okay, so what it is, and I'll have you explain, but war boosts and rooms updated with minor deflects. So if the war boosts are there, or if the room is giving you a deflect, it's gonna give 100% block chance, but you're not negating the negative effect. Now, if you're getting these deflects from other places, you're still getting those that ability block that you're getting there. Have you played a war yet, and has this been impactful? If so.
Yeah, I'm in a war now, and it did feel impactful. I was throwing, Weapon X at a boosted Heroes for Hire, and it worked much better than it had previously. Nothing was getting resisted, so that was good.
Okay, so I guess it is an upgrade. That's good.
For us, for war casual people, for people who just want to get through this is great. It's just nerf boost. And it just makes it much easier for your teams to work the right way. Now, for the hardcore war people, this is probably bad because it's devalued a lot of characters who flipped Deflect. Now don't flip anything. Now they don't get these debuffs that they were getting before. It messes with characters like Moon Knight and all this high level war stuff that I could care less about.
I have a feeling that those hardcore war alliances are not a huge percentage of the major player base at this point. And honestly, those war rewards are not that enticing to build up these war teams like the Gamma team and things like that. So.
Look, all I know is my alliance is a high level, extremely checked in raid alliance that ignores war, and we got no problems finding people.
All right, good. All right, Cosmic Crucible. The leagues are now updated. Have you noticed this? Because when I was in Cosmic Crucible previously, I was in the Bronze League, actually. And now we're getting them. Let's actually go into my game right now. I just finished a war. This is actually the first time I went 3-0. I've never went 3-0 before, so I'm gonna see if I'm still in the Bronze League or not. Let's league promotion from Bronze. Where do I go to? I was in like the highest one before. Where am I? Diamond. Is that the highest league?
Yeah, no, there's one higher, Masters.
Okay, so I'm where I was before. Okay, that's good. That's good. I didn't drop.
Good time to win all three too, because now you actually get something for it. Yeah. Well, here's
I thought I was gonna lose, and one of it, and I think I would have one-shotted the team anyway. But it appears that another bug that I forgot to mention doesn't look like Dormammu's revive once is working on sometimes. And what the chat said this morning was sometimes it works for some people, sometimes it didn't. So. It didn't work, but I think I would have one-shotted that team anyway because of who I brought in. But yes, what are your thoughts on Crucible changes? And now we have leagues, and hopefully this is better rewards and better rewards.
Well, it's tricky. Do you see the fine text? The fine print on here is first place rewards are good. So I got 5th place. And my rewards are not as good. I'm in the diamond.
So I got lucky. So they really want people to play Crucible. You have to play it to get the rewards, and you have to push for first place to get this kind of stuff.
It's not even that good. I mean, really, 60,000. It's like I think you need like.
Well, I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at this stuff here.
But
the
yeah, no, I'm
T4
saying
the 2 level 4 ions. That's what I'm looking at right there.
You need like 400,000 of those. Just to put like the final to put.
Yeah, but every little bit helps. They were giving me nothing before. And with that once a month milestone is the only place I would get it. So now I can get it once a week if I'm really, really good. But if I lose that first battle, it's like, whatever.
It is definitely something, and it's not a lot, especially, and if you can't get first place every time, it becomes like I only got 30,000.
Is this the only place that they said they're gonna add these? Just the first place people for T2 level 4 ions? Is this the only place that they're gonna add this, or did they say they're gonna add it somewhere else?
This in Victory Blueprint.
So Victory Blueprint once a month, and then if you get first place, which I've never done before this week, you're gonna get some. That's the only place we're getting these?
You get less lower down. Like I got 30,000 by being basically second place.
Okay, well that's. I thought you said you got nothing. All right, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. At least it's trickling in every week, right?
It's like 1/8 of what I need to actually do.
But yeah, how much victory blueprints and Crucible battles will you need to win to upgrade one character? And how many characters will we need for these raids? A lot. And these horsemen and these sagas. A lot. So hopefully in the coming updates they increase this a lot, because this is going to be a major bottleneck, I'd see.
Yeah, I would say so. Here's another thing you can look at now. If you look at leaderboard, there's some more rewards.
Oh, leaderboard. What do we got here?
If you look at leaderboard now. Now there's a ranking.
Okay.
Now this ranking doesn't take effect until it looks like the preseason ends in 45 days.
There's rewards here, but there's no level 4 ions. And I guess this is good for collecting that Teal gear though.
But I don't think it's gonna kick. I think this is only gonna kick in once the preseason ends. I don't think they know when they're gonna do it.
Are we still in preseason?
It looks like it.
Oh yeah, we're still in preseason right here. Okay. All right. So the other thing this comes with, the Teal gear updates. We have some new gear 17. A minor blurb here. Are you hoarding right now? Are you upgrading any characters to 17? Are you recommending any characters that we know we're gonna need, like Morgan Le Fay, maybe some of the Darkhold teams? Or are you holding everything at this point?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the one upside of knowing the long-term plan, is that I know who my gear tier 17s are. It's like I'll do Darkhold first, and then, yeah, I kind of like Cosmic Crucible, so I'll probably go ahead and take my Unlimited X-Men to tier 17.
Okay, so your Horsemen teams are going to gear 17. Anybody else that you feel would be worthy of this? I mean, there's some cheap characters that you could get. I mean, Sabretooth doesn't take a lot. This Stitcher probably doesn't take a lot. I mean, I don't know if this is going to be worth it for anything, but there's some characters that don't take a lot. Only Horseman characters.
Only Horsemen, because at the level that I'm at, right, I could ignore, because I know there's some advice out there that says, well, just unlock Apocalypse and no one needs to get tier 17. I'm one of the players that needs to get tier 17 on his Apocalypse, because if I don't, I'm getting kicked out of my Cosmic Crucible, I'm getting kicked out of my arena, I'm getting kicked out of my Alliance. My family will probably kick me out.
It's a big snowball effect. There's a lot of FOMO going on in your house right now. All right, let's move on. So yes, I guess this stuff, and we'll talk about this Armory 17 orb when we get down here to see the awesome addition that we got to these Armory 16 orbs. But there's two separate things. Armory 17 orbs added. I don't know how we're gonna get that, but yeah, we'll talk about the Armory 16 orb. Power core purchase confirmation. This is a good thing. Now you're prompted to confirm your purchases, but only of 1,000 power cores or more. Why do you think they chose this threshold?
I don't know, arbitrarily. Maybe that's where all the complaints came from. Well,
I mean, so the 999 power cores, if you click on it accidentally, you're screwed.
I think it was the 2,000 power core ones that got people really upset.
There's some 900 ones that are in the store daily, so you still got to be careful of those, especially when scrolling all the way down to the bottom. What do you think of this last part, though? Once confirmed, this prompt will not ask again until the next day, and it can be disabled in the advanced setting. I don't know why you would disable that. Additionally, there's a confirmation pop-up when you switch from using currency to using power cores. I like the confirmation pop-up. Is that going to happen with the one core offers, and then the pop-up is going to go away?
I don't think it shouldn't. I probably, who knows?
It shouldn't, but will it?
Probably.
I guess we'll see. Hopefully we got a one core offer at server reset to test that.
If CSR Brian was here, he would step in and tell us to stop touching our phones.
Stop with your fat fingers.
Yeah, stop touching it.
All right. The next blurb here, we got new origin challenges. Have you played both of these? And if so, what did you think of the difficulty? I missed one. I forgot about this. I forgot this was coming, and I claimed all the stuff. I'm like, oh yeah. So I didn't get to play the Mystic one, but I did play the skill one. Yeah. And difficulty 4 was way harder than difficulty 5. What did you think about these?
Yeah, I used the same trick on both, and it was just wait until someone got all the buffs, and then use Shang-Chi's ultimate and win.
Shang-Chi was the MVP for both nodes for me as well.
Ridiculous. You just wait for that Juggernaut to throw up all those buffs and then just, everybody dies.
Oh, I killed them before that, but Ebony Maw on the other node,
Sure.
he has a lot of buffs. I like that guy.
Yeah.
That killed almost the whole wave after.
You know what surprised me? The MVP on the enemy side was Coulson.
Coulson on difficulty 4 was crazy. Like, I screwed that up. I was like, all right, first time I attempted it, oh, Coulson killed everyone. All right, we gotta watch Coulson. We went in and played it a little differently and passed it a second attempt. And then chat was saying, oh, you could just auto difficulty 5. We weren't able to auto it, but it was much easier than difficulty 4. Why do you think that was? Is it the enemies? I don't think it's kind of like, the enemies aren't tuned as high, but they're stronger enemies or more annoying enemies, kind of like Doom 3.
I liked it. I felt like it was a puzzle. Like, I didn't see that Coulson thing coming, and I thought that was really cool. And
I
then
love puzzles.
I
love puzzles.
Yeah. Once you know what's going to happen, then you're like, okay, make sure Coulson doesn't get a turn. And then you could use the strategy where you let them all get buffs and then hit them with Shang-Chi, which is really fun.
Now, we're getting a lot of this good stuff. I mean, a lot of Teal stuff here, but I mean, this is stuff I got tons of already. Is this not really making any difference for me? It's those uniques. It's actually not the catalyst for Teal. It's the catalyst for Orange, but the uniques for this stuff is what I'm just. But I mean, more rewards. You don't really do anything for it. It's good, and it's a little puzzle to do once, and I like that. So
what I like about it is it's a commitment to never having to farm this stuff. So as long as you know you're like me and you, we're here from day one, and we're gonna hit the button on this every time it comes around. We're gonna build up such a surplus of this, unless we start spending massive amounts of money and powering up our whole roster. Then we're gonna run out of this stuff anyways. But at the pace that I move at, I'll never have to farm this.
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't think I'm gonna have to farm this stuff either. I move at a similar pace to you, Mr. Hartgrave.
Like a snail.
All right.
Like a snail on sleeping pills.
Yes. Are you aware of the scam that's going on right now in Marvel Strike For4ce?
Most of them.
All right. What about this one? After tapping find an item, you will be shown all the possible locations where an item could be found. See store, refresh to find a store that requires that location. And the reason that I think this is a scam, if we go back to my roster, and just for example, Star-Lord T'Challa here. I'm still farming him. If I go find, you could refresh to find an elite supplies. So if we go to these supplies, or that's for the elites. For his character charge right there. Refresh to find in supplies. So if I were to spend his power cores, to me, the way that's worded, it seems like I would get Star-Lord T'Challa right here. But the way that's worded, and let me actually buy this before I forget. Do you see the way it's worded here? If I hit refresh, I will find him, but it doesn't say refresh for chance to find. Do you think that was a minor error, or do you think it's a major error?
I don't know what this is, but I do agree that this is scammy and weird.
Weaselly.
Why?
What are all the words that we used before to describe their previous actions?
I don't like it. I wouldn't do this. I would advise people ignore that this exists.
It's not longer time players that are they know what this is. It's newer players that I'm worried about. Spending all their power cores and be like, wait, it says refresh. This is a lie, and it is. They need to refresh for a chance to find in supplies is what they need to do, I think. But I don't think they're gonna do that.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to push too, like push players into refreshing stores.
They want you to spend your power cores. All right, let's move on.
Events.
All right, Armory 16 orb. We got a new Armory 17 orb. And Armory 16, we got a major upgrade, Mr. Hartgrave. A third pillar has finally been added, so it's like the other orbs. Rejoice, rejoice. Have you seen what the other pillar is?
I did. I got excited when I saw this because I had a few things up.
So the right pillar, 1,000 gold. Now, just to put that in perspective, to get a character from 88 to 89 takes over 561,000 gold. So if I have 561 of these Armory 16 orbs, I could get one character from 88 to 89, or whatever is the. How excited are you for this 1,000 gold?
Oh, I'm over the moon. I think maybe they missed a zero. Maybe decimal point Jeff, he didn't move it in the right direction. And because at 10,000, it would still be like very little, but at least it would be something. could say. Okay.
I mean, this is Armory 16 orb. These are pretty rare. I mean, why not just make it 100,000? That's a major error. That would not be game breaking at all. Do you remember when they had gold gain and we got tons and tons of gold, and then it didn't make a difference in our roster heart at all?
No, I mean, I have more, like, I've looked at it. I have more gold than I could possibly spend. At 400 gold orbs, there's no way I could even spend it at this point. I've broken the gold economy. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, all right, so yeah, super, super exciting, and I hope this is an error. I hope this is not intended. It probably is, but hopefully this is something that will be corrected. Now, I have asked if this is an error. We are missing our daily web rewards, and if we review what the previous web rewards was, 100 energy, 1 premium orb, and some, what is this? Rating token. Oh, that's for one of those things. I never pay attention to that.
RTA
but
points.
It is gone now. It is gone. But in replace of that, if you go to the store, and you gotta be careful here, because you could accidentally spend power cores or accidentally purchase something. If you scroll all the way down, there, I think I claimed it already. It actually might not be here, but you get to get, actually, let me go into the game. I didn't claim it. Let me go into the game and show you what you can get, and it is for free, so that's not the worst thing. But your claimed items, you get campaign energy refresh, and then you're still getting those rating tokens. So you're missing a power core, and for some people, you're getting more energy. Instead of getting 100 energy, you're getting 120 with this, but for everybody that's spending your 50 power cores to refresh your campaign energy, this is less, and this is way less energy, and you're not getting those premium orbs. Now, in conjunction with the lack of farmability, why do you think they did this? We haven't had a reason, we haven't had a confirmation if this is an error or if this was intentional yet. It has been asked. Do you think this was intentional, or do you think this was an error?
Oh boy, it's I don't know. Let's just say it was an error, and let's stick to that, and maybe we can all believe that, and let's get both of them.
Well, hopefully we complain enough, because that is what gets problems solved with Marvel Strike. First complaining and salt. So this is trash, Scopely. Fix your game.
Horrible.
Hopefully that yelling did something. That should do it. Lori, Archangel, we're talking to you. All right, but yeah, hopefully this
he's
is
right
stuff
over
that we
here.
get our stuff
Archangel
back.
lives in my house, so I'll just go talk to him here later.
Oh, go talk. Yeah, you guys are buddies. Go get him set the devs straight, Archangel. Help out the community, because I don't want my alliance to suck. Anyway,
he's making me dinner, so yeah.
Ah, perfect. All right, so hopefully we get this back. Do you think this is? I mean, with the lack of farmability, there's so many characters that we don't have farmable right now. This is pretty trashy that they're removing that. Now, the premiums are pretty bad, but getting one every day, that's 30 premium orbs a month that we're getting. And, you know, every time I pull that, every time I pull 10, so usually I get one unfarmable character, plus all those extra shards go through those ultimate orbs, and since characters that should be farmable still aren't farmable, that was my only place to get this stuff, so I hope this is fixed.
Yeah, I hope that comes back. It was a nice mechanic. You know, it wasn't game breaking. So, you know, I'm not like broken up that it's gone, but you know, it was definitely something that was a nice addition to the game that kind of sucks that it's not around.
Yeah, no, and it's free stuff that we got before, and it's still free stuff, but it does still feel bad because we were getting it so much.
Another thing I do want to say is I don't mind if they take that premium orb and they put it somewhere else in the game, just as long as they don't remove it for good. Like they can put it on the milestone, they can put it somewhere else, they can put 20 of them on
and make the requirement like it was before. One blitz match, you get a premium orb. One blitz match a day, you get a premium orb. If they do something like that to replace it, the energy kind of sucks, but I guess I would be okay with that too. But yeah, give us the premium orb back, and for some people the energy is good, but for me that's a negative. But we did have one more bug fix that I thought we would get, but a little disappointed that this does not happen. Hulk is still tiny. Look how tiny he is. It's a mini Hulk. Look at him next to Iron Man. Iron Man is a little bigger than Hulk. Look at him next to, who's this other character? Gambit. Gambit is bigger than the Hulk, but Here's a trick that I mentioned before on the weekly news update. If you go into ISO 8 and then you back out, we got a normal size Hulk. So
Whoa.
a normal size Hulk is in the game. You need to do a couple extra steps to see him. But yeah, now he's a normal size. Now he's like the size of Hulkbuster and Abomination and all these other ones. Why couldn't they just make this the default and remove that other mini Hulk?
It looks better. You know, I still think that his design could be improved a bit, but the size.
But at least the size right now is where it should be.
Is he still small in the game though? Like, does he have the same size as Hulkbuster?
I don't know. I haven't used him too much in recently.
Play this game.
Well, with certain characters, there's characters like the Hulk that I'm not really using and don't plan to use for a while, even though like Hulk is best character in the MCU. But yeah, he's still tiny. But there is a trick to get him normal size.
And get a normal size.
All right. Now, the other exciting thing that we got in this game is new costumes. And let me get your rating on these costumes in order. So the first one we got is She-Hulk.
Yeah.
I like this one. I like all three of these costumes here. We got the lawyer with this pants. I don't think I like the pants as much. I like the skirt better. All right, so that's the first one, She-Hulk. She's getting a costume. Hopefully that is easier to grind, and I prefer the costume for her. Valkyrie, we're gonna talk about the event that's coming up, and I think I like this one better. This one looks more like the MCU. I'm more familiar with this one. She looks a little more like Lady Sif in this. Oh, what happened to her skirt?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
What the heck happened there? All right, but I like this one better there. So that's Valkyrie. And the last one is for the Scourge saga that some players are gonna get, some players are not gonna get. Oh, there she is, Morgan Le Fay. And when I saw this, I was a little disappointed when I saw this in the blog post, but this looks nice right now. In game, this looks awesome. All right, so we've seen the three costumes. What are you most excited about out of the three? What do you think looks the best? And what are you most excited to equip, if any?
I think the biggest improvement is She-Hulk, because I don't like She-Hulk's original look. I don't think anybody did. It was always
the spandex, the singlet spandex. With
it's the least exciting way to portray She-Hulk out of all the ways that she's been shown in comics for years.
Okay.
Probably the
so She-Hulk is your favorite out of these three. Let me get your ratings on which one you want to see come to the store. This is asked by the Valley Club in the morning. All right, is it going to be the ValleyFlyin costume, the Mobile Surfer costume, the Jubal X, or the Morba Grave costume? We got 4 to choose from. Which one do you want to see?
I need to see Morbigrave, man. That's just
and I'm biased towards ValleyFlyin.
That's just Morbius in a suit, right?
With a tie or with like a Loki headdress or something.
Anything's possible.
Or just get President Loki back. I mean that's another that's your thing as well. Because
literally already in the game.
No T-post. All right, and with every new update, ladies and gentlemen, very exciting stuff. We got data mines. Have you seen these data mines?
I haven't looked at them too intensely. I think
All right. Well, some of them I am still confused by. So you'll have to explain these to me. I'll try to explain what I see, and you'll explain what you think they mean. All right. So this one, wrong button here. All right. This is where we got the quick rumble blitzes: Darkhold, Cosmic Mutant, and Heroes for Hire 3. There's still one more missing. I'm not sure who it's gonna be. Any comment on this, or just?
No, that's great. I guess
one rotation for you, one blitz rotation.
Yeah, I guess what we're waiting for is when they're gonna drop, like, Bionic Avenger quick rumble blitz and start hurting everybody.
Oh, that's gonna be very painful.
We'll get upset,
that's gonna be painful. That's gonna be painful. Yeah. Wait, but is it based on I can't remember. Is it based the higher scores based on their gear, or is it based on their star level?
Stars. So like if you did a Web Warrior,
that's gonna be horrible.
Let's see the Web Warrior one, and then you'll start seeing me get uncomfortable. Yeah.
All right, my Web Warriors are actually not so bad. All right, next though, we also have. Let me go here because we had Mr. Negative data mined again. What do you think this is gonna be? I mean, he's been data mined for a while. We know he's not a Horseman team. Possibly a Scourge team. Where do you think Mr. Negative fits into this game?
I have no idea, but I was reading this. Is he gonna have minions?
I don't know. I'm not too familiar with this character. I know for a while you were Mr. Negative. How much do you know about this character?
I think I'm cosplaying as him right now, but
Yes.
yeah, no, I think it's really cool. I think it's very interesting. He's I forget who he's the main villain of. I'm not.
I don't know. All right, Valley Club. Let me know what you think Mr. Negative's role is gonna be and what you expect when he comes to the game. Moving on, Iron Avengers event. It is coming up. Now this looks like a blitz with Wave 1 Avengers to earn Relay Circuits. That's for that Deathlok milestone event. And gear. After vanishing, this is something about Morgan Le Fay. We have more information about Darkhold and Morgan Le Fay. What do you think this is? Mix of powerful magics unleash this team's inner. What is this? Is this just for the Scourge? This sounds like a Scourge saga thing.
Yeah, I think that's saga stuff. That's what that sounds like.
I'm not. Maybe these are two separate things then. The live blitz with Wave 1 Avengers serve real, and then this is totally separate. So I just highlighted this wrong.
Yeah.
All right.
And
So that makes more sense now.
I'm hoping that Blitz event is like the last one where it only required a couple of, it was like 7 days, and if you just did a couple of, if you did like 80 wins a day for 7 days, you could get it. That was great.
Are you building up your Wave 1 Avengers for this? Or I think this is star level, right?
Yeah, I should have all that. Or it might be gear level, I guess. That would be kind of weird.
All right, so Wave 1 Avengers will probably be needed for an event. I'm not sure if they're worth building at this time, other than outside of Thor, Iron Man, and Hulk. So do with this info what you want. All right, we have another victory blueprint coming back. Getting more of this stuff here. Harness the power of blue with this limited time event. We are getting it back. No surprise, I would think. Yeah, just more stuff.
I mean, I hated this when it first came out, and I hated it when it ran again. But at this point, it's like, you know, do you have your war rewards saved in your inbox?
I tried to save my war rewards last time, and there's a glitch. Like if I go into the rewards and I click back out, sometimes it just claims all. I don't even I don't even accidentally click the claim all button. That's what happened last time. So I only had 2 war rewards going in and didn't have all 3.
You can save 3, and that helps out a lot because that's like 30,000 points, and you need 190,000 points to max it. And I forget what the other mark was at. Just to get the milestone rewards, it's not so bad though.
Yeah, I think to get all of the rewards is like crazy, but to get the what is it? The Techno.
Yeah. To get the stuff you need, I have the math
stuff
here.
For the Deathlok event.
157,000 points, and it's actually now 200,000 points to max out because they upped the values.
That's what it was for Summer of Thunder. We don't know what it's going to be for this. Hopefully,
there could be more.
I hope not. Don't give them ideas.
They should give us more war credits for more, and then this would make sense. But it doesn't.
So actually make war a little more valuable with the rewards. Make it a little more interesting to play. I like that. That's a good idea.
Give us something to do. Incentivize it.
Other thing though, we got San Diego Comic-Con, and we got some new trailers. So have you seen this Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer?
I did. I watched this trailer.
All right, so we're gonna watch this without sound. What are your thoughts on this? So spoiler warning if you don't like trailers. No Women, No Cry playing right now. What did you think of that cover version of the Bob Marley song?
I thought the whole tone of the trailer is very somber. I mean, I get why. And I feel like this trailer might be misleading as far as what the movie is like.
A trailer misleading? What?
I mean, I get that. I get it. Like, we're all still mourning, Chadwick Boseman. Yeah. That is not a fun thing to think about. And if you're going to make this trailer, you're not going to be like, this is going to be the most amazing action movie on the planet. They're not going to do that. Yeah. Because you got to be respectful to who we've lost and what this is in memory of.
All right. What do you think that is? Is that another Black Panther being born, or is that flashback of T'Challa actually being born?
I think that's Namor.
That is Namor being born under the sea?
Yeah, Namor's in this trailer.
Okay, I did see him.
Yep.
How big of a bad guy? Because he kind of toes the line between good and bad in the comics. Yep. Do you think he's going to be totally evil in this movie?
I think that, In all good superhero movies, let me just say that usually the good guys have a misunderstanding and they got to fight in the first act, right? So I think we're definitely going to get that here. Who knows? They might fight the whole movie and maybe he'll only come around at the very end.
We will see.
It could be similar to the Doctor Strange movie that we just got, where maybe Namor is really the bad guy right until the end, and then it resolves in an interesting way.
Now, what do you think of his mustache? I've never seen Namor with a mustache before.
Yeah, it's an interesting look on Namor. I mean, I think it's cool.
I thought it looks like Daryl from Dust. You know Dust, the Detroit Urban Survival Training? That's what he reminds me of.
Nice.
All right, and right here. Oh, let's go back to that part right there. Final question. I think this is the one that everybody is asking about. Who is this? Who is the next Black Panther? What is your prediction? I'll tell you mine.
I don't know. I mean, they've been real stern about saying that they are not going to recast the role. So whatever this is, I don't think they're going to want to call it.
Well, it's not T'Challa in the Black Panther outfit, but you see this Panther-like things? I think most people think it's Shuri because she had those gauntlets in the first movie. Could this be Shuri? Let me know in the comments, guys.
It's you know what it is, Valley? It's the legendary Shuri.
Oh, yes! Where's that sound? Come in. It's not working. The legendary Shuri. We love her. We love her. Now the Black Panther. All right. This one, She-Hulk.
Yes.
The CGI looked a lot better than the first trailer we got.
I think the CGI makes sense now because clearly this is a comedy, so I don't need it to have good CGI. I don't need, hyper realistic CGI. I get the idea of what's going on here, and it's going to be more about the writing and, whether the jokes land.
Well, I think this is supposed to be a comedy, but this trailer revealed a lot of extra action here. What do you think about She-Hulk, the brand new rookie, being stronger and more powerful than the Hulk? Is it because he's Professor Hulk now and he's gotten weak in that state and he's not the real Hulk?
Yeah, whatever they're doing there. I mean, it's all for laughs. I think it's going to be this looks like it might be my favorite of the MCU TV shows. Like,
I gotta say, this looked movie quality to me with all the cameos. Abomination is in there. How excited were you when you saw Emil?
Tim Roth?
Yes, Tim Roth. I think his character's Emil is his name.
Yes, no, that was my biggest pop. Like, I totally jumped out of my seat. I was like, oh my God, Tim Roth's back. Tim Roth's one of my favorites from Reservoir Dogs and from, he had a great TV show called Lie to Me, which he was phenomenal in. Oh,
and Honey Bunny and Pulp Fiction.
Absolutely.
There he is.
Yeah, so awesome.
All right,
so you have a great villain. You have a Vincent D'Onofrio level, villain on here. So that's amazing.
Yes. Well.
Oh yeah. Are they going to play it? Are they doing like a Silence of the Lambs kind of thing here? Like, there's so many.
I think that's the villain. That is the villain. Titana. I don't know if Abomination is the villain. Titania. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me know in the comments who this is. The other big reveal, August. This is coming very soon. I'm so hyped. Is that Wong in there? I mean, the other big reveal we had was Daredevil. We've already seen him in Spider-Man Homecoming, so we know that Charlie Cox is in the MCU, but now he's in another MCU show, and we know that Daredevil, I can't remember if it's Phase 4 or Phase 5, is getting his own TV series. How excited are you for Daredevil?
I don't know. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Netflix show. I definitely loved certain aspects of it. I'm excited to see Daredevil in more of this kind of context, in a lighter context. Not that I don't enjoy, heavy, darker material or whatever. I just think that maybe, I don't know, it should be interesting to see this. Like, I guess when I thought about the Daredevil TV show, I thought we were going to lean more into the lawyer stuff. And I thought maybe because I love procedural TV shows, like Law and Order. I thought it was going to be more like, Daredevil, he tries to beat him in the courtroom, he fails, and then he goes beats him up on the street.
See, that reminds me of Iron Fist. Iron Fist was more of a talking movie, not as much action, and people didn't like that. So if it's a good mix with this action, with all these heroes, with all the stuff I like, I like. I'm looking forward to all this stuff. All right, Mr. Hartgrave, but that is it for the news. That is it for the news in Marvel Strike For4ce. Any final thoughts, my brother?
No, we covered so much. We've talked.
It was a lot. This is a lot that we covered. We probably didn't cover everything in detail as much as we should, but there's a lot of stuff going on. Let everybody know where they can find you, my brother.
That's right. We're live on Twitch every Wednesday and Friday at around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Show up a little early. Make sure you follow me on there and you'll get notified whenever I go live. And then always over on my YouTube channel, we just hit 10,000 subscribers.
Oh yeah, baby.
So yeah, I went from undesirable to undeniable. I'm an
envoy with no subscribers to an envoy with 10,000 plus subscribers. I love it.
You can't get rid of me, so you might as well join me. Come check me out.
All right. Well, thank you again. It is always a pleasure, and we're recording this a little late, so I apologize about that. That was my fault. But yes, if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button because we got at least 5 Marvel Strike For4ce videos per week on this channel. A lot of good stuff, so get all the latest. Hit that notification bell as well so you know as soon as a new video goes up. Make sure you check me out on Twitter. That's why I post a lot of the stuff updated. So those one core offers, if you're not sure if they're in the store, if you're not checking those every day, make sure you're following me on Twitter. And that's where I communicate the most. So do that. And Amazon coins, guys, don't forget about that. If you're looking to make a purchase and you want to save up to 20% off all your purchases, use that Amazon coins, like coins.valleyflyin.com if it's available in the region. Thank you once again, Mr. Hartgrave. Are you ready for the fist bump?
Yes, sir.
All right, hold fist bump. ValleyFlyin, Mr. Hartgrave out.